Well, I'm going to turn around and then you can see me. If everything works out fine, that is. I figured, well, I haven't shown my face for quite some time on my channel. And I am going to do a reading right now, and I haven't got a phone where I can switch from front to back camera whilst recording. So I have to improvise a little bit to make that happen. But I did want to just be on camera myself and do the introduction of the reading as well. And I actually now have a mirror over there so I can see whether I'm in the frame, so to speak. Anyhow, the reading I'm going to do for today is going to be on your highlights of this autumn. So that is going to be another couple of weeks at least, right? And we're just going to look at that. And I wanted to especially focus on the positive. So that's why I'm calling it the highlight, right? So what's going to be, what is it going to bring you? What can you expect? What should you do, etc., etc. And yeah, that's what the reading is going to be about. So now I have to turn the camera around again, so you can see my my choice of crystals for you. And the cards then, of course, as well, right? So you're going to see the turning around because I haven't got a clue if I could actually hit the pause button now. I've probably ruined the recording, so I'm not going to do that. But at least we have made more of a connection because that's been months, I think, since I've actually shown my face on the channel. So I'm going to turn it around. Sorry for the inconvenience of seeing that. You're going to see my, well, whatever, my room or whatever, which way, depending on which way I turn the camera. But we're going to do the reading. I'm going to show the crystals. So see you in a minute. There we go. It is a bit wobbly. Sorry for that. Right, there we have it. Everything's set up. And the crystals I picked for this reading, they are all pink Andes opal. So we see a larger one here. It's absolutely beautiful piece with the, yeah, look at that. And this one, I'm gonna leave it like that. I actually like it. And this one, also gorgeous, very deep pink there. So all three are pink and as opal. Just intuit, feel which one calls to you. You can also go for the cards. This is 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. There is one card from each set, so you can also tune into that or just go by the timestamp or whichever way you do your picking. And without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll see you there at your choice. Right, numbers 1. Here are your tarot cards. I will move the camera over in a bit so you can see this last one. We're going to start with the first one, the 3 of Wands and the Sun. And with the 3 of Wands, that tells me that whatever you've been working on and been busy with, that the result of that is coming nearer. It's almost tangible now. Just look at the wands, how they are lighting up here at the tops. And it's at first I felt that it was like they were receiving a homing beacon. But then I felt that it was actually the other way around. These wands are the homing beacon, and the ship's sensors have picked up on that. And that's why they are now, that ship is now coming closer. It's picked up this homing beacon. It knows where to go now. And this is the result. This is what you've been working on. And that's coming closer and closer. And you're really in touch with it and connecting with it. And whatever it is that you've been working on is going to be different for everyone. or whatever it is you want to manifest, want to see happen in your life, right? And I also hear now you're on the right path. It's like a compass, and it's now finally moved to your true north. So you're on the right track, you're on the right path. And with the sun, the thing that stood out to me for this reading was this first part with the other planets and all the astrological signs, the sun signs, etc. And it made me feel that as if the entire cosmos has got your back, is helping you, is working with you to bring you the result that you want, that you've been aiming for. And like it really feels as if all the cogs are turning in the right direction and turning at the right speed, and then they can click into place. And you're very close to that point now. And it's also an ongoing thing with the sun. As soon as you've got that ship in, so you've reached that goal or whatever it is you want to manifest, right? It's not the good thing, the forward motion is not going to stop. It's going to continue like an upward spiral, meaning that more good things will come your way once you have this sussed, once you've got that, and here the cogs here, once that's done. And with the king of swords, see if I can move it over a little bit, that says that you're in a really good place. Do you see, like, it's as if he's above the world, right? Like floating in the air. This is all a bit fuzzy underneath. This is clear, and there's the clouds, so it's really like up in the sky. And that says that you're above emotional clutter and drama, and free from obscuring anything that can obscure your view. I'm sorry, I was distracted for a bit. That's the neighbor was collecting the rolling bin and made a lot of noise. It's like, what? I get sucked into the reading. So anyhow, yeah. So you have a clear view, a clear vision, because you're not affected by anything emotional, no drama, and so on and so forth. You have control in your life. And maybe you didn't have that before, or you didn't feel you had that before, but now you do. It's also knowing how to go about it, how to do it, how to this part basically, right? Like this is basically sheer law of attraction, getting your own alignment sussed with the wands here, that they're lit up, right? So and then attracting in what you want. And that know-how, that's what I'm talking about here. You know how to do that and how it works. And that's absolutely brilliant, because that means you can apply it to anything and everything in life, right? Which is great. And if you do that, it's going to get easier and more, well, your normal, your default to do that as well. And with the Page of Pentacles, let me move it over yet again. And I'm trying to get the focus right. It's something you really long for. And you have worked on that for quite some time, maybe not even consciously, but then in more subconscious way, unconscious way, you have been doing things to get ready for your ship to come in, right? You've been learning, you've been growing. So if that's the case, that you haven't really been actively doing things, it has been simmering for a while, and you grew ready for it through whatever happened to you, what you learned, right? And this also says that you will still have to work on it. It hasn't reached the stage yet where all components rotate by themselves, because a page is just a beginning of a start, right? Learning still how to do it properly. And it can also be, by the way, that it will never really go by itself, but that you will have to stay busy with it all the time, and that depends what it's about, right? But think of like physically training to get muscles and toning, etc. If you stop training, you will lose that muscle and you will lose the toning, and it goes real fast as well. Usually a week, 2 weeks, you can already see that. So you will have to keep training. You will have to keep doing stuff to keep those muscles and keep that toning. So it can also be something like that, that you will have to continually be busy with it. That, again, depending on what it's about. But since it is a page and not a king, it means it will become easier in time, even if you have to keep working on it. Because, like I said, pages is about something new. They're still learning the ropes. And that also means that you will learn the ropes, well, hopefully, and then eventually become more like a knight. Then you have more, knowledge and skills, etc. And then it's the queen, and then you eventually master it and become the king. And then it becomes easier. Even if you have to keep working at it, it becomes easier. And all in all, everything is in favor of your endeavors, and it's looking really great. And if you've been wondering if you've been on the right track, then know that you are. You're onto something, and it wouldn't surprise me if you can actually sense this already yourself. Maybe you can't see that ship yet that we saw there, but maybe you can feel it, that it's very close. Yeah. All right, your last couple cards, we're going to look at that now. Right. Yes, we're running. We have Thoth light codes, and Thoth was a high priest in Atlantis, and he has a very high vibration, a very high energy. I personally love him. To work with him in that sense. And Thoth holds all your skills and talents from this life and any past life. So he can reconnect you with your own skills and gifts and talents. And I feel that's very important at this point, as when you reconnect with them, with these talents and gifts of yours, and even if you aren't consciously aware of this, you may experience a sudden breakthrough. That's a feeling I got, very strong. So whatever you can see or feel coming your way with that 1/3 card, the ship, might in actual fact lead to something much bigger, something that you cannot fathom right now. Can't see that right now. You may see the ship, that goal, that dream, but I feel very strongly there's going to be something else once you get that you cannot really fathom right now at this moment. Something even that makes your heart jump for joy, even more than that ship. And it's I can almost, when I say that in my mind, it's like you can suddenly then break through some kind of veil, and after that, when that's gone, you can see something entirely new that's available to you then. And it's almost like, I'm not certain how you call that in English. I should have looked it up, but almost like this bag, this sack or whatever that a baby is in the womb. And again, that will likely have a name in English. I don't know the word, but as if you have to as if you're going to break through something like that. And so it's a tougher veil in that sense, right? Because it's such a bag is quite strong. It has to hold that baby. So, but that's what I see in my mind's eye, something like that. And so once that breaks, then it's really a breakthrough. Like, wow, maybe it's similar even to a birth in that sense. Like, when a baby comes out, it's all of a sudden, it's also entirely different, completely new, right? A temperature, hearing, seeing, smelling, and breathing, and all that stuff that so it might be similar to that, and not in a shocking way in that sense, but it's pleasant, it's good, something even nicer that makes you even happier than that ship, something big. In any case, your last two cards, I'm going to stick those in. Oh my God, I'm going to need my reading glasses. We have Archangel Chamuel, and he's in the charge of the heart chakra. So all about love, unconditional love, self-love, and so on and so forth. And of course, romantic love. And we have Nadiel, yes. And I'm so happy for you. This is true love. And this one says, let me guide you in a new direction. Now, this matches exactly the reading, right? Like what I said, your compass is aligned, you're going in the right direction. And so, yeah, it's just pure confirmation, beautiful card. Also, Archangel Chamuel. Now, maybe for you it's going to be about love, romantic love. But if that's not the case, because maybe you already have that love, or you're not looking for that at the moment, or whatever, it can also be that I think I also said that earlier on with the Three of Wands card. It's something that you really want, that it's really your heart and soul is in that. It's so that can also explain this. But it came out it flew out like, you cannot put me back in the deck. I really want to be seen. I've got a message to tell. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. So that can also be that it's just that it means a lot. This ship, whatever it is, means a hell of a lot to you. It's gonna make you really very happy. And can also be, and that's what comes to my mind, that if you have that breakthrough that came up with Toth, that maybe once that ship comes in, you suddenly will find the love of your life. If you haven't found that person yet, then of course. So this is what I have for you. Absolutely beautiful reading, and this is the highlight of your autumn period. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Bye. Right, numbers 2, and that started at 1818. Peculiar. Anyhow, your reading, I will move the camera over in a bit. We start with the 8 of Cups card, and that says that where you are is no longer fulfilling, and you're leaving that behind. You can see that, right? He's walking away from that. And that can be literally moving away from a situation or where you live, maybe even. But it can also be a change within you. And what comes through now very strongly is that's a knowing, right? Clear cognizance or hearing. I'm not certain actually, to distinguish between the two. But let's say hearing, knowing. I want more. That's what comes through from spirit. I want more, but not in the greedy version, like I want to have this and that and that and that, right? But it's like I want more out of life. I deserve more out of life. That kind of thing, more, right? It's and you see 8 cups, but you want all 10. And if you happen to be settling in any situation right now where you are, whether that's work, your relationship, success, health, it doesn't matter anything. you no longer want to do that. You want fulfillment. You want something different. You just want more, right? And that feels very strong. And then I'm skipping to the King of Cups. I'm going back to the Two of Swords in a minute. The King of Cups, the cups is all about emotions and feelings, and that, in the tarot. And the king is the master of that realm, and with that, of that suit, the suit of cups, and with that, the realm of emotions and feelings. And emotions are subconscious things that trigger us and then make us knee-jerk. That's why we have knee-jerk reactions when certain things happen or are being said to us. And that's because of some emotional something in the subconscious. That's what emotions are. And he has overcome that, the King of Cups, because he's the master of the realm of emotions and feelings. He might still get triggered, but he can then deal with it in a better way, adequately, without throwing a wobbler, without knee-jerking. For instance, by communicating clearly. And this is about you, right? It doesn't mean this is only for men, or it's just about the dynamic, the energy. So this is also for you. This is what you're moving towards. That's why you're moving away from this. It's not satisfactory anymore. Maybe you get a lot of triggers here, a lot of knee-jerking, because it's not right. Something is lacking because there's only 8 cups, not 10. And you want this. And King of Cups is also very stable, warm, gentle, and kind. And he doesn't succumb to drama. Doesn't like drama, right? And the fact that he is kind and warm doesn't mean he's a pushover. The thing is, and many people don't understand that, I don't think, is that if you want to have your heart open, which the King of Cups will have, otherwise he wouldn't be the king, you need to have a very solid, stable inner core, inner strength. Otherwise you're not strong enough on the inside. You don't have the confidence and the self-esteem, self-respect, self-love, etc. That's lacking if you haven't got that, not strong enough to open that heart, right? In order to dare do that, because opening your heart makes you, in a way, vulnerable. And if you want to take the risk, dare to be vulnerable, you need that inner strength, right? You need that self-respect, self-love, self-confidence, self-worth, all that stuff. Otherwise you can't do that. Otherwise, if then something would happen when your heart is open and you get hurt, you're going to close up again and you're going to doubt yourself and you're going to throw a complete wobbler and get off kilter. So it takes tremendous strength, inner strength. And so he's not a pushover. Absolutely not. And so it feels you either have to master this yourself in order to get where you want, or that this is the end goal. And somehow I feel both. As when you master the qualities of the Kings of Cup, you will also get your end goal. Which means that this step, getting here, is very important. Whichever way it is, whether this is your end goal or you need this to reach your end goal, it doesn't matter. This is really very important. And I feel this is a longing of you to have this, be like this. Because when here, with that moon, moon stands for feelings, emotions, the intuitive, the feminine aspect basically. And we see the same moon here. the full moon in the Two of Swords. But this actually shows that you're currently cut off from getting into your heart space. That's what this card is about. You can't get there. There's too much inner turmoil going on. And I feel with that in the abdomen, in the lower chakras. So that means then to me, that tells me that for most of you likely, that change of the Cups 8, so leaving the comfort zone, the current situation, any situation it is for you, might be quite hard on you. A difficult thing to do, a tough decision to make. To do this, to walk away. That's why there is this turmoil inside, especially in the abdominal area, in the lower chakras, which is your foundation. But just be patient though, you will get there. So keep at it, it's a journey. It's not like flicking a switch and poof, there you are, you're there, right? It's going to take time. And depending on what it's about, it can take more or, a shorter time. And then we have the Pentacles 5, the last card here. And that's there to tell you that you should not compare yourself with other people and where they are in life. It's like Abraham Hicks once said, you may see the smiles on their faces and a big posh house and a car on the driveway, but you don't know how they are feeling. So don't compare yourself. You don't know that they are really happy. They might have that house, they might have that car, they might have these posh clothes and stuff and, and everything seemingly going on in life, but it doesn't mean they're actually happy and fulfilled. So just don't compare yourself. And certainly don't go as deep as to feel sorry for yourself, because that you can also feel and see there. And that will be anything like, oh, I can't, I'm alone, I will fail. Also, I'll do it tomorrow, I start tomorrow, and I haven't got XYZ, and so on and so forth. All these things are basically just feeling sorry for yourself, victimizing yourself. And that's not going to help you either, right? So be mindful of that, because if you get lost here, you're not going to end up there. And this is where you need to be or want to be, fulfilled and strong and with an open heart. Right, we have Pleiadian, I'm not certain how to pronounce that in English, I'm sorry. Activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens and resolution. And the message here is harmony. That really goes with that first card and the King of Cups. And the first card was the Eight of Cups, where you were leaving a situation because you want more, you want fulfillment, you want happiness, maybe harmony even as well, right? If you're not fulfilled and happy and in a way are settling, you don't have inner harmony, and no harmony with the external either, if they're not fulfilling you. Well, yeah. And this also says that whatever uncomfortable energy you are experiencing right now, it's going to be washed away very soon. Right? Like I said, with the Eight of Cups, it might actually be quite difficult for you to make that decision to walk away, to do that. And that's why you had that turmoil, what I said, in the abdomen, the lower chakras, with the Two of Swords cut off from your heart space, blah, blah, all that stuff, right? And that will soon be washed away. That will be cleared. Maybe you want to breathe in the colors of this card, that electric blue, and there's a wee bit of lilac here as well, a little bit of white, and beautiful colors. Also the pattern of this image, it's almost like a bit like, from a distance, a bit like a dandelion in autumn. No, well, when it's going to spread its seeds. That and this is also saying that the lesson you are facing at this time is an opportunity to heal old wounds and to operate from a higher state of being, because Pleiadian energy is really very loving, soothing, healing, very high energy. And it's also asking that if you are being challenged maybe right now by loved ones, which can be a partner but also friends or family, right? Then try to approach that in a loving way, like the Pleiadians would do, right? From the heart. There we go again. That heart space is very important for you, because that comes up quite a lot in your reading with your cards. And your last two cards, I'm gonna remove that one. I will need my reading glasses, I can't help it. I encourage you to persist, Hamael. That came up with the reading as well, right? That you just go on, don't give up, go on, and have patience. All is well. We'll sit and wait together. I do believe something about patience came up too, but I'm not quite certain anymore now. That's the funny thing, when I do reading, I'm completely into it, but afterwards it's just gone. But these are your last two cards, angel messages. I hope the reading resonated with you, and if you like the readings, and please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Help this grow so more people can find it. I come up higher in YouTube. That helps my channel, and I would really appreciate that. And thank you for watching. I'll be back again soon. Bye. Right, number 3. Welcome to your reading. And we have 4 tarot cards. I'll move over the camera in a bit so you can see this last one here. For now, we're focusing on the 9 of Pentacles. That's where we're beginning for your highlights of autumn reading. This tells us, and you can see that clearly in the image as well, right? That you've reached a very good place in life. You know your worth. You have healthy self-esteem and boundaries. You've established a good connection with your wilder side as well. The part that needs to spread its wings once in a while and to roam free. But in most cases, a healthy balance is needed between that aspect of self, that wilder aspect, and the more practical get on with life part. Can't always be wild and roaming free, right? We need to get things done as well and go to work, do the grocery shopping and stuff. But you have that sense of freedom within. And that's a good thing. And all that is represented by that bird of prey that she's holding. You always see that on the 9 of Pentacles card. And it's hooded and it's got its jesses on. That's these leather cords that are attached to the glove. And meaning the bird can't fly away because it's on the jesses, but also it's hooded to keep it calm, because when it's hooded it cannot see, right? That's why they do that, to keep the bird calm so it doesn't have stress when it needs to be transported, maybe in a car, so it can be moved to another place to fly free, etc., etc. But that's where I got that from, the bird of prey. And you can control this, like she controls that bird, right? She can let it go, she can take off the hood. So you have control over that aspect of yourself. And it's also that if you let it fly to roam free, that bird, it is the choice of that bird to return to you or not. And meaning you need to have a very good connection and trust. And you have got that inside yourself as well. Good connection, balance between yourself and trust in yourself. And so you can control when you let out that wilder side and when to roam it in. That's really very good, very important in life. With Ace of Pentacles, we again see this strength and enough self-confidence to stand tall and to shine your light. I mean, look at that buck. It's just amazing. So beautiful. And you also have a lot to offer, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. Maybe you wish to share that professionally, or maybe it's just to benefit yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. That's also perfect, of course. That's because of the pentacle, and it's the result of what you've experienced so far in life. You have a lot to offer. In any case, also you haven't no problem whatsoever with standing tall, and you do not dim your lights in order to fit in. You're too strong for that, and you believe in yourself. All aces are about new beginnings, so that's also part of that message with the Ace of Pentacles, and which leads then to the Tower. And something has to fall away in order to proceed, and it's something substantial because it's that Tower, but it's also you can handle it. Even when it gets turbulent for a while, I feel very strongly that you know that whatever this is about, that it has to go. Something's off. Possibly you built on the wrong foundation in the past, or you simply crave a makeover, something that suits you better, or something has just, it has gone past its sell-by date in life, in your life, and just has to go. And it will be different for everyone, so I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be for you, but you will likely know yourself. And whatever it is, it will rock your world, your life, but you are ready for it to do this, to go through this. Because with here, both the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, you stand solid as a rock. And then we move to the Two of Pentacles. Except for the Tower card, it's all Pentacles for you. It's just typical. Pentacles 2, the last tarot card. Looking at the image, see if hopefully it's come on. I want it to focus. Your feet will get wet during this entire period of letting go of that, whatever it is. Meaning water is about emotions and feelings. So there is going to be emotional upheaval, drama maybe even, but it will not knock you off your feet. You can see that very clearly here, right? He's standing on rock. So you will be standing on solid ground, and you manage to hold your own higher vibration, which we see here. And in the back you see these dark clouds and storm and all that stuff, but you stand tall and strong and shine your light still. So even though it's going to be, it might get difficult, you will manage. You can hold your own, and it's not really getting to you. Even though you might have to deal with drama and upheaval and all that stuff, you manage to keep your balance. And it's really peculiar, but I feel whatever is thrown at you when you go through these emotions and the storm in the background and all that stuff, so the drama and upheaval, blah blah, it makes you more adamant to leave the old behind, to shake. Like it's almost like shaking off a coat that doesn't fit anymore, that got too small. It's too confining. And the adamant part I see in the patterns of his clothing that are not symmetrical. It's unique. Look at it. You know, the tight leggings, whatever you call that as well. The patterns are completely different, but it's still completely matching, totally matching. And yet nothing is symmetrical in the patterns. And who would wear such an outfit except for someone that knows their worth and also has a ton of self-confidence and stand tall in that outfit, right? Is a complete change from what we saw here, which was symmetrical, but that's gone here. So it's also look at the expression on his face. No way is he gonna go back into that tower. And all that feels like you're liberating yourself from something that was just long overdue. But I think you maybe needed the time to get strong enough for this and maybe simply be fed up enough to knock over that tower and to lead yourself to freedom. Very powerful. There is such power in this. Just, you know, like, I'm gonna do this and I'm just gonna do this. Try and change my mind. So it's really strong. Right, and then we have your card from the Gateway of Light Activation. I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. The message of this is, I'm just going to read it from the booklet because it's not long, but it's beautiful and totally fits the reading from the tarot. You are experiencing a great shift. Well, there we have it, that tower, which is helping you understand yourself in ways that were previously impossible. This is an exciting time. You are connecting with the highest form of intelligence within you. The body of light within you is growing brighter, and you are becoming aware of how your own actions and choices affect the unfolding of your future. The bright light that you are is expressing itself unapologetically. And there you have it again. You know, it's gonna happen. You know, there's no doubt about that. It's just, I'm going like a rocket kind of thing. It's, yeah. Let's see. Well, this card, these are your angel cards. I must admit, the first one, I'm not entirely certain. I send you a blessing for this relationship as you take it to the next level. Well, maybe for some this is about a relationship. Possible, I don't know. Might not be for everyone. Then just leave that message and, you know, just don't go into it. And then we have Hamiet. I'm sending you a miracle. Now that is beautiful. So something really beautiful is going to come to you, for you, and yeah, I actually feel that you do that yourself by making these choices, by, you know, tearing down that tower, leaving that behind and moving forward in life. It's like a whole new world is going to open up for you. So this is what I have for you. This is your highlight of autumn, which, what I said in the introduction, is going to be, well, a couple months really, right? So thank you for watching, and if you like the reading or my other readings, if you've seen them, then please like and subscribe to my channel, because it helps my channel grow, be found by more people, and yeah, I would really appreciate that. So thank you, and I'll be back again soon. Bye.